In this Scenario Builder video, we will be looking at how to use the Scenario Execution Timeline. This tool can help in many ways, some of which are quick visual of step status, seeing exactly where the mouse clicked, knowing how long it took to find an image, along with suggestions on improving the application's ability to find the image, viewing a screenshot for each step that was executed, knowing the length of time it took for each step to complete, knowing the path that was taken through various branches like ifs, switches, and loops, a direct link to Smart Image Configurator when image failures occurred during the run, and knowing what data was used for each variable. Let's start by looking at how to access the execution timeline. First, you must have completed a run. If the run just completed and the Scenario Builder execution report is displayed, you can click View Execution Timeline. But what do you do if the report isn't showing on the screen? To get there, you need to go to the Run tab and click View Report. The execution timeline provides visual clues about the success or failure of each step. Steps shaded in green completed successfully. Steps shaded in yellow did not execute but were not flagged as failures, and steps shaded in red are failed steps. If you have a failure in your script related to not clicking in the correct place, then this is where you go to find out exactly where the mouse clicked during the run. For a Find Image or Click on Image step, there is a red dot on that step. Clicking it will open the image related to the mouse click in your default photo application. There will be a red plus indicating exactly where the mouse clicked. One reason for issues with mouse clicks is when you have several images associated to a Find or Click on Image step. When the mouse is anchored to the image, the click is relative to the image. When your images are different sizes or have captured different elements of what it is you need to find, the mouse may not click in the desired location. Another helpful piece of information is how long it took to find an image. If you have the step set to look for the image for 10 seconds and it took 9.5 seconds to find it, you might want to adjust your script so it waits a little longer to account for possible variance in the time it takes to find the image. For this step, we can see that it took 11/10 of a second to find the image. In addition, Scenario Builder is suggesting a change to the tolerance. You can double-click on the step to open the associated step properties. Here we can see the tolerance is set to 3. However, you can't change it from here. This display is read-only. To make the change, you would need to make a note of the step and suggested change, then return to Scenario Builder to make the change. When you select a step, it shows the screenshot that was taken before the step executed. If you want to know what the application looked like at the end of the step, click the next step to see that screenshot. Here's a helpful hint. If the screenshot is too small, you can grab the divider bar and drag it to the left to make the screenshot bigger. And then when you're done, you can drag it to the right to make it smaller. If you are building a script for use in performance testing, knowing the amount of time it takes to complete each step can be helpful. This can be used to help determine where to place your start and end transactions. It can also pinpoint steps that might not be as efficient as needed. You might need to change some logic in your script. While the execution timeline doesn't show the exact amount of time a step took, you can take the start time of the step and then you can take the start time of the next step and do a subtraction to figure out how much time a step took. This step took 2 seconds to type in the data. When creating scripts with logic such as if statements, switch cases, and loops, knowing exactly what logic was used in the execution can be helpful for troubleshooting your scripts. This script has a switch case statement. You can see that the variable was f, so it followed the case where the variable was equal to f and executed the steps associated to that case statement. When you have a script failure related to an image, I have a couple down here, the execution timeline provides a quick way to go to Smart Image Configurator. This step failed because it could not find the image, and here we see the icon for Smart Image Configurator. Clicking on it will open up Smart Image Configurator. There is a separate video covering Smart Image Configurator, so we won't fix this issue here. I'm going to close the window and return to the execution timeline. And the last element we are going to discuss is data. You can see that the data that was populated for each variable during the run appears in parentheses next to the variable name. This concludes this video about the Scenario Execution Timeline feature in Scenario Builder. Thanks for watching.